We've been looking at YouTube Christian superhero, the Atheist's Antidote, examination of the atheist's lack of belief in a soul. AA has asserted that a soul exists, like software for a computer, and that the brain is merely a passive instrument for this supernatural, immaterial entity. Furthermore, those who don't clearly see the logic of his argument are, according to the superhero, shackled by the materialist's confined mind. Theists, like the Atheist Antidote, are, of course, far more creative in their thinking, allowing them to see invisible objects, communicate with unseen entities, and have room for ideas like talking donkeys and the living dead. In part 2 of this examination, we'll let AA conclude his thoughts and see if he is powerful enough to break the materialist confines of the atheist's worldview.
The materialist will be quick to point to the loss of memory in a few as his quick and hasty rebuttal, but again, this only points to the temporarily damaged transmitter, not the transmitted.
Another mere assertion. Show us this so-called transmitted, and you'll have yourself a convert. Keep failing to show the transmitted, and you're just spitting into the wind.
You'll also commonly hear the materialists say that the soul cannot be proven scientifically. It's almost funny, as if someone can prove the lack of a soul by dissecting the human body and then shouting with audacity, "I cut him open, I see no soul." I mean, this is essentially like saying that there's no songs or music on your iPod because when you break it open, you don't find 8-tracks, records, and CDs.
No, Antidote, it's nothing like that. Who breaks open an iPod expecting to find 8-tracks, records, or CDs? An apologist or creationist who doesn't understand science or how MP3s work, probably, but certainly not someone who understands digital media. If we cut open an iPod or other MP3 player, we can rightly shout with audacity, "I have found the music. There it is, stored on a flash card or mini hard drive, and there's the digital audio chip." Were we to have the right tools, we could actually detect the media as it is stored. There's the music. Where's this soul you keep talking about?
They're simpletons to even utter such a thing, let alone boast of its certainty.
Who is the simpleton?
But let's just for the moment entertain this. We all know that matter is indestructible, so is it that unreasonable to assume that what makes us up spiritually is also indestructible?
Excuse me, AA, but maybe it's just because I'm a simpleton. But when did you establish that there was such a thing that makes us up spiritually? Isn't that the very thing you're trying to evidence? You can't make such an assertion and then run off with it, as if it has some bearing in reality, and then make up analogies about it and describe its nature and constitution. Establish what you're trying to argue first, sir, or you might end up looking like a, well...
But moving on from that, if we're all really soulless walking dead, as the materialist conjecture assumes, what use are these spiritual longings, these intellectual longings for achievement, these eternal longings for love?
How is any of that relevant to whether there's a soul or not? Now you're just shamelessly playing to your audience's emotions, drawing the picture of the atheist, the materialist, as less than human, more machine than man. You're mistaking the definition of soul as an immaterial, spiritual essence that fills our bodies and animates them, with the definition of soul as the moral or emotional nature of human beings, the quality that arouses emotion or sentiment. One can love, hope, aspire, have sympathy, empathy, and compassion without an immaterial essence. If you say this isn't true, it has always been your burden to show otherwise, and if this video is your attempt to answer the question of your faith in the immaterial soul, you've failed miserably.
Newton once said that in this life we can pick only a few shells along the shore of the ocean of truth. Why do we have this limitless capacity and curiosity for gathering knowledge and experience?
Because curiosity has served our species very well. It's a successful strategy. Does one need a soul to be curious? Do cats therefore have souls? Do dogs? Monkeys?
It seems very strange to have such powerful instincts universally that serve no purpose even for one who thinks they live a purposeless life.
Serves no purpose? Human curiosity and our capacity to explore new knowledge hardly serves no purpose, as Thunderfoot's video, Creation versus Science, explored. Oh, indeed, sometimes that curiosity can lead down rabbit holes into dead ends and worthless ponderings, but properly channeled, it is a powerful survival tool.
It has been said that a mighty purpose in the human soul is like an oak planted in a china vase. The vessel is meant to be shattered by the expansion of the seed within, one might say, the soul within. C.S. Lewis was so right when he said, you don't have a soul. You are a soul. You have a body. To all men it's possible. To most it's probable. To Christians it's certain that this life is merely the first chapter. The human mind, the human soul, it will not end here. Heaven is no mirage. God is hardly a myth. And the soul's immortality will be truth for an eternity. Take it to the bank.
Yeah, and we all know how full of real coins that account is. Or are these coin souls? The kind only those with uncluttered, unshackled, complex minds can see.